Welcome to Shining Star Piano, Level 1, Lesson 6. In this video, we will learn the note G on the second line of the treble clef. We will also learn about the major 5-finger pattern and how to play a C major 5-finger scale. So let's get started. Introducing G. The second line on the high staff is G. Imagine a girl with 2 pigtails. That's girl G here on the second line. So let's practice these notes. Write the letter name of the notes on number 2 and page 85 of your book, and then draw a line from each note to its key on the keyboard. Go ahead and pause the video while you do this. Okay, let's check your work. Did you get all of these notes correct? We're gonna play them now, and let's count to 4 on each note, please. We're gonna use our right hand. 1, 2, ready, and C, 2, 3, 4, D, 2, 3, 4, F, 2, 3, 4, E, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4, F, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4, D, 2, 3, 4. Okay. You're ready to complete page 86 in your level 1 book and then practice the pieces on page 88 to 92. Practice them 2 times each. Go ahead and pause the video while you do this and then join me back for the next part of our lesson. Welcome back. We have something new to learn. Dici al fine is an Italian phrase. It means go back to the beginning and play to fine. We say fine, not fine, because it's Italian. It means the end in Italian. Turn to ring those bells on page 96 of your book and circle Dici al fine with your pencil. Do you see it? And do you see that the double bar line and then the word fine, that's where the piece will end. The Italian word fine and the English word final, they mean the same thing. Remember that this is a pedal mark. It tells you to push down the right pedal with your right foot. Always keep your heel on the floor. Look at little church bells on page 95 of your book. Do you see the pedal marks? And then at the end of little church bells, these 2 notes play at the same time. What are the letter names of these notes? Yes, C and E played together. Do you remember we learned what interval that was? That's a third, a skip, because they're both line notes. At the end of Indian campfires, these 2 notes are played at the same time. What are the letter names of these notes? They are D and G. So while we're talking about Indian campfires, go ahead and go to page 94. Do you see any E's in this piece? If you said no, you are right. There are no E's in Indian campfires. And then do you remember fermata? It means to hold the key down a little longer. You'll see one on measure 16 of page 94 and page 95 in your book. So go ahead and practice those pieces now. Do them 2 times each, the pieces on pages 94 to 96. Pause the video while you do this and then join me back for the last part of our lesson. Welcome back. Let's go ahead and play these keys on the piano using 1 finger per key. We're going to start with your right hand thumb. We're going to start on C, and each key will have its own finger. This is a 5-finger pattern. If you notice, from C to D is a whole step because we skipped a key. From D to E is another whole step because we skipped this black key. But from E to F is a half step because we didn't skip any keys. F to G is another whole step because we skipped that key. So this 5-finger pattern is built from whole, whole, half, whole steps. So let's play the keys again. We're going to go up. Ready? Now let's go back down. let's play notes 1, 3, and 5. I marked them with stars here. If you were to play them at the same time, that can be kind of tricky. So if it's okay if you can't do it yet. But if you were to play them at the same time, that makes a triad. Now notes 2 and 4, these ones that we skipped, they're called non-triad tones because they're not a part of the triad. So now let's try it with our left hand. You're going to start with your pinky and do the same notes. You could also do it down here if you wanted. Either way is fine. I'm going to do it down here. Keep your fingers curved, cupcake hands, not pancake hands. For each lesson, we're gonna warm up with a new 5-finger pattern. You did a great job today. You learned girl G on the second line of the staff. You learned about DC al fine, and you learned about the major 5-finger pattern. I'll see you for our next lesson.